All right, cool, cool. We live. Let me wait for these notifications. Let me wait for these notifications here. Wait for the notifications. Okay, boom. There go YouTube and your LinkedIn should be hitting too. Let CJ, let me know when your LinkedIn hit.
All right, let me check.
Okay. All right, so we live, man. Peace, peace to the family. All right, there we go. I got all of them now. Yeah, I seen yours just hitting as well, the LinkedIn. So we're all live on all channels. Facebook,
Yep, yep.
YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter. So we live and Twitch. So everything we on everything except the gram, man. So let's go, man. This we're gonna talk real estate here for about an hour or so. Let's go and get started with the introductions. Since I got to make Hyman banner, so I'm gonna go ahead get you started first, Hyman. Then go to CJ, then I'll go myself. So
What's up? What's going on?
hold on, let
It's
me
Hyman with H&L Premier Realty. Looking here to help you do whatever you need to do, whatever you need to get done. I ain't got no long intro like everybody else.
gotcha. All right, CJ, what's going on?
Cue me up, man.
Hold on, here we go.
You all backwards.
There we go.
Hey, what's up, everybody? CJ, the realtor, broker, owner of Greenwood Real Estate Group down here in Houston, Texas. My social media handle is CJ Sales Texas at CJSELLSTX. Follow me on there. Drop a line. Let's connect. Check out our website, greenwoodrealtytx.com. If you're looking for whatever's out in the market that's available, if you're a realtor looking to join the team, you can do it all on there. So check that out. Give me some feedback. Let me know what you think too. We got the YouTube channel under CJ the Realtor where we're doing our Lux edition for our home tours. So we're showing you some of the best of Houston and what they have to offer. Not just Houston, surrounding areas too, because we got a lot of suburbs with a lot of nice houses out there too. So we're bouncing around just to give you a little bit of flavor on what's out there. So go on there, like, subscribe, share it, comment, all that good stuff. And then call me, text me if you got questions on real estate. If you want to join the team, but you want more details on that, hit me up 832-338-3182. Only if it's real estate related. Don't call me about nothing else.
You've been having to put the disclaimer out there only for real estate related.
And then, of course, we give back to the community, the Mansa Academy. It's our nonprofit where we're teaching our young men knowledge of self-improvement and entrepreneurship. So if you're looking to donate time, money, either we're accepting it all, go to the website, themansaacademy.org, fill out the forms on there, and we'd appreciate any and all.
Gotcha. Let me go ahead and get started real quick. Keep it real tight and short. Okay, my name is Brandon B. Dixon, NMLS 1541210, at Billionaire Loan Officer on all social media. So please go ahead, like, subscribe, DM me. I talk back. So that's actually my main form of communication, man. I talk more on the DMs than I do via text message. So go ahead, DM me on IG, social media, so on and so forth. At Billionaire Loan Officer on YouTube. So check our shows out, man. We're talking real estate Tuesdays. We got the Power of Ownership podcast on Fridays. I got seasonally the actual behind the sauce, and then I got the home tours Lux. If you're ready to apply for a mortgage, go to www.applywithb.com. You could book me for a consultation, or you could go ahead and apply right now and get you in a house before the school semester starts. Also, you can call me 832-775-8357. Call me 24/7. Doesn't have to be real estate related, as long as it's business related. So we can talk about dogs. We can talk about stock market. Any way I can help you. I do charge though, but come on, call me 832-775-8357. We can talk about sales training, all that stuff. So I'm multifaceted. Two other things real quick before I start the show. Go to www.clcinvestmentclub.com. That's our investment club. If you're trying to get into real estate investment, we have investments as far as the exotic Frenchies and also cannabis. So we got three different streams of investment, and we like to cross market. So We got a bunch of investors that's waiting, to hear your projects and stuff like that. So come on down, join the club. Also, Welt Wednesdays at the Cannon. This possibly going to be my last Welt Wednesday coming in June the 28th. So for the summer, because I got a couple things going, and I'm going to be more going to everybody else's for the summer. So come on down to 28th. I'm probably going to be the last one for a couple of months until I got a license I'm about to get, and then I'm going to be at everybody else's for the summer. I'm going to be going to everybody else's events here. So come on out for that Wednesday at the Cannon. Also, we want to thank everybody for coming to that June 3rd event. We putting it together next time, September. We're going to have a bigger and better event. It's definitely going to be inside. Definitely going to be inside this time, and we probably doing something a little bit more upscale next time. We got it in the works right now. So I'm joining.
But that last one was dope, though.
Yeah, everybody enjoyed it.
We had a good turnout.
Yeah, so we're going to have something a little bit more fun for y'all. So, keep tuned with us, stay tuned, and, I appreciate everybody coming out for the one on the 3rd, man. Let's go ahead and get it started real quick. I want to say, first of all, before we get started, man, I want to say rest in peace to Big Pokey.
Big Pokey. Yeah.
Passed this weekend doing what he loved, man, on the stage, man. It's Texas Heat. But I liked, I was a fan of his, man. I really love. I'm a fan of lyricism, so he definitely was one of the hardest lyricists, underrated lyricists out of the South, and probably one of my top two to top three out of Houston. Period. You know what I mean? So dope, humble dude. We used to be in Denny's damn near at the same time. He used to own my shop right there, Martin Luther King at 610. So when they shut down my shop, they used to be my favorite cheese spot, that Denny's right there on South Main at 610. So we used to be in there at the same time, getting a little cheap meal. And so I want to say rest in peace to that brother, his family, everybody, all his fans. Man, that was a tragic loss for the city right quick.
Yeah.
So
get on some spins on the platform.
Yeah, it's like I've been, since Dave died from De La Soul, I've been bumping that De La Soul nonstop. So now I got to throw some of that Sensei in there, man. Get him some spins, take care of his family. That's the least we do. Lend an ear, man. So
yeah.
So get us some spins, and I've been bumping that nonstop since Saturday. So we go from there. But and the reason I mention that is because it's kind of part of what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about estate planning and real estate, and how all this relates to one another, and how you could use real estate to really catapult your last name into financial freedom if it's properly used.
Yeah,
it's not a place to live. It's not just somewhere to lay your head. It's somewhere this is a way to create generational wealth and create a safety net for your loved ones. So they don't have to go through the scratching and surviving like we did.
Hey, and we had that talk a while back. It's like our culture right now, like we're not set up to where we're winning yet, because we got our kids that want to get our mom a house.
Right.
It should be flipped. It should be like they left us a house.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah, we definitely got some work to do.
Right, no doubt. But I want to start it off with this angle first. Because like I said, Pokey was actually younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pokey is actually, that was scared the hell out of me, because like I said, I felt that he on the 3rd. He was. I seen the clip on YouTube where he was rapping. At least he was doing his thing, and if damn it felt like that the same way, like I couldn't catch my breath.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was just talking, so I know he was rapping. I know that's a leaving mold on the lungs.
Right,
I had to
up on the
pick up.
stage doing it.
Yeah, and with that heat, man. So this heat ain't nothing to play with, first of all. But I
Yeah.
want to come from the Hyman, that you with the I think
Yeah, you done turned it up or something,
yeah,
dude.
you might have to turn that down because
Now it's choppy.
yeah, it makes it chop up. But
My bad. My bad.
Is this a Zydeco or something
Add a
over
little
there?
ambiance to the show. I was trying to bring a little ambiance to the show. I want to see if my mic will pick it up anyway.
they got I got where you could do it in the actual, but we just hadn't seen it do anything like it. There's where I could actually put music in here, where it's very subtle.
Yeah, StreamYard does a lot of things that you can unlock. It just takes so long to figure out what it can do. To be honest
Yeah,
with you,
like
you're
this
not
right
doing
here.
it every day.
Man, that don't work for this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It just doesn't do anything.
They gonna put somebody to sleep with them.
Yeah.
Nighttime.
Yeah, it just don't do anything. That's why I don't never play that.
That's true.
But anyway, like I'm saying, let's take it from the angle of this. I know nobody expects the unexpected. Everybody think they're gonna live forever.
Right.
What do we need to do? Like, what are some of the things that people need to do to protect their investment? Because think about it, you paying all this money every month, and you finally got the house. How do you keep it in the family?
You gonna go first, CJ?
Yeah, so that's what I was gonna say. And we're gonna have to do a part 2 and bring. And I could you should have told me. I could have brought my sister on. She's a family lawyer.
Right.
So, and you named it right instead of just saying having a will. You need to have an estate plan because a will is just a piece of that.
Right.
So that estate plan is very detailed and how you want everything structured, and that way you can even take some of the responsibility away from loved ones if they have to make a decision in an emotional state where they're not really ready to. You can even take all that away from them where they could just go ahead and just follow what your plan says. Right. And because you look at people like Prince and Chadwick Boseman and all these people that passed on, they didn't have one in place, and you got people fighting over your estate, and people when it comes down to money, man,
right,
folks get a little funny acting. So if you got it down on paper, that's the best way to do it. And then from a standpoint of your house, they got different options as far as like mortgage insurance, where if you pass on, the house is paid for and stuff like that.
Right, it pays for itself.
Yep.
I mean, you want to chime in, and Barry, once you chime in, I'll let Barry. I'll reiterate the question, and Barry let him chime in too.
All right. So when it comes down to protecting that asset, that's true about creating an estate plan to help the family kind of navigate after you pass. I also believe, I think you hit on it maybe about 2 months ago. B Dix talking about how you can become your own bank through having life insurance policies. Now, you can get you a 15 to 20 year term life policy at our age group. It costs you about $70 to $100, and you can have it set up where if you know your house, if you know to pay off your home is $250,000, you can set the policy up where it pays out $400,000, $71 a month. If you pass, the house automatically gets paid off, right? And now the kids have it, your children or your quote unquote loved ones have an asset that they can use to go further in life, and in hopes, like if you take CJ's advice, hey, create the estate, say, look, you're not gonna sell the house, you can rent it out, or if you do sell it, you're gonna do this with it. Give direct instructions on how to do it. And then a part of that estate is to say, okay, well, if you sell it, only 30% of the proceeds have to stay in another account for the great grandchildren and the great great grandchildren, and so forth and so on, so the money can be strong and continue to your name and legacy continue to live on based on that one decision.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So I agree 100% with CJ about at least creating the estate. But when you create that estate, it ain't just about your kids. It's about you thinking about your kids' kids, if they have them, if they don't, but you still thinking or considering them to say, well, oh, my great great grandpappy left me a little something to get started. And if it's done right, based on interest, it'll be astronomical.
Exactly.
So Barry, what we talking about, since man, we had a tragedy in H-Town, man. Pokey passed this weekend, so we kind of kind of got that on the mind, since it's so recent. And he's young. Actually, he's younger than me. And that's seemed to be the trend, man. Like a lot of people, young guys, just dropping dead, man. Like I said, the heat. I know. Don't forget that food during my mom and them ages was different now. Like we got a lot of Franken food, that didn't exist 10, 15, 20, 30 years ago. GMOs and all this other stuff that didn't exist. So I think Corey, what's going on? You actually right in time. I was just about to kick it to Barry, so you came in. But we talking about estate planning and real estate because that boy, rest in peace to Big Pokey, man. We kind of tributing to him, kind of guys our age range, man, passing away unexpectedly.
Yep.
So what do we do to keep our houses in the family? What do we do to protect our assets, and what do we do to keep it going and to give our children a leg up? Because, like I said, nobody expected. He's doing what he loves on stage, and just all of a sudden croak. Nobody expected that. So Barry, I'll let you chime in. What do we do? Like, I know, like I said, everybody thinks they're going to live to 100.
Yeah. Yeah, that's estate planning. Will. In fact, I just had this something like this today. A cousin of mine called, his brother passed a few years ago, and so now he's getting letters and stuff from the mortgage company saying that they're getting ready to take the house and foreclose on it, and what to do and all that. So yeah, that's a very real thing. And one thing is, we as men, I don't think we think we're gonna die. We don't even want to think about it, life insurance and all that, But like you say, you never know. He was standing there doing what he loved, and just dropped.
Right.
Wasn't a car accident, wasn't
right. Exactly.
He
was not in the street. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He had his job basically.
Yeah. So yeah, you never know what's gonna happen. So you definitely want to, like you say, have something for not just your kids but their kids. Even even if it's not a bunch, it's something for them to, like you say, get started.
Right.
Look at what is that, Master P? Grandfather left them 10,000 and turned it into
right.
No limit.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to talk about Obama or Trump, but Corey, what you what you got? I'm pretty sure you heard the news, about Pokey, but young dude. This is our generation. But I'm seeing it's a trend. Like, we eat different. I think the drugs are different. You know what I'm saying? I really think, like I said, the way marijuana smelled when I was a kid is not what these kids are smoking nowadays.
But they got all these different type of names and stuff for these drugs. You know what I'm saying? It ain't
right.
It's no longer just weed. They got all kinds of different names for the weed now. They lace it with this,
right.
lace it with that.
Right.
So, I can't keep up.
Right. And then what is vape? What is, like, I think Tate said that, what is blueberry ice? What is that? What are you smoking? What are you puffing on? So we got a lot more stuff that's really man-made that's causing us to kick the bucket early. So the premise of the show is like, what do we need to do to, especially with real estate, start to protect ourselves, protect the family?
Well, I think it's not necessarily just about real estate. I think we want to make sure that we own the house that we living in, right? So, you know what I'm saying? When we die,
that's what I wanted to go to as well.
When we die, you know what I'm saying, we want to make sure that we're leaving an asset to our kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We want to give our kids a leg up. Other generations and other cultures have been doing it for years.
Right.
But the only thing, you know what I'm saying, we've had, and not all cases, but majority of the time, the only thing that we've had is debt and maybe the $100 that they had inside their account. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
I think if we prepare, then we can set a new trend. You know what I'm saying? We can kind of break the curse, if you will, Because if we do better, you know what I'm saying, to leave our the people that come behind us, our generation behind us, if we leave them in a better position, then they're going to leave the next generation in a better
They're
position.
gonna follow. They're
So
gonna
on
do
and
by their
so forth.
training.
Yeah, and then you know what I'm saying, you can leave a legacy to where, you know what I'm saying, they'd be like, okay, well, grandpa is the one that started this. You know,
Right.
it wasn't down this trajectory years ago before he got it, but he decided to change because he prepared for if something happened to him. And when something happened to him, he made sure the family was straight.
Yeah. I think at the same time too, we got to pass down the knowledge, because what they said, hard times create strong men create easy times create weak men.
Right.
Yep.
So if we don't pass that knowledge down and we're trying to create this generational wealth, it's gonna get thrown out the window by somebody that don't know what to do with it.
Right. Right. And we're gonna give it all back.
Right.
You know, so, and because it's too easy, you know, but I'm glad both of y'all, all of y'all made great points, but I wanted to highlight because in my answer, that's what I wanted to go to. Like, you got to have something to lead to them. First thing first, how long we gonna rent? How long we gonna pay somebody else's mortgage? How long, you know, how many years you think you got? How many summers how many years you gonna say next summer when I get this straight? When is it gonna be straight? You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Poker shows you like you know you don't know when you're gonna go.
Nope.
Yep. Never know.
Jump out there.
So when you know you 20, 30, 40 when we gonna do this? Next year when? Next year turning next year turning next year. Before you know it. So we got to get in the game at least.
Yep.
Get in the game, man. Stop procrastinating. This is not optional. We got to stop treating this as owning the house as a luxury. It's not. It's a necessity.
Yeah.
And nobody, and you'll never be able to perfectly time when the bottom gonna hit, because even now with interest rates where they at, we're in bidding war already.
Right.
So if you're waiting for prices to drop, you can forget about it.
Right. They say something about 86,400 seconds every day. You know, that that was dollars. You wouldn't just get that away lightly. You know, so same thing. We just give these days away. Like, man, this is money that you spending anyway by renting. You just paying somebody else's rent. Then when you kick the bucket, they're gonna throw your stuff out on the curb. You know, and possibly your family too, if they can't maintain a lifestyle, you know, without your income.
Yeah, they don't care that somebody died. They want their money.
Right. They want their money. At least if you have mortgage insurance or mortgage life insurance, the technical term, you could get your house paid off, where at least your loved ones, that'll be one less thing they have to worry about. That house will be paid off. They have somewhere to lay their head. Also, they have an equity nest.
All right, that's a huge head start. You got the crib paid for.
Right. You know, so, and the second thing I want to touch on, like you said, giving them a head start. If we care so much about the kid. Every meme is I'm a good father. I'm with the Jordans. I'm playing. I'm dribbling with them on the basketball court. I'm there. I'm a father. All right, where the crib at? Where's the crib? That's one. Damn, Jordan. That should be the crib, keys. That should be number one, because what happens is, if you're not there, you rent this apartment, and you kick the bucket. You know, they out on the street, or even that. Let's say later on, you had the equity that's paid off. Why would you want your kid to be in the same situation that you were, where you had to rent? That way, I know my kid is at least a leg up. He ain't got to rent. Or if he chooses to rent, he chooses. It's a choice, not necessarily a necessity.
Right.
Yeah. You get options.
So wouldn't you want the better for your kid? Right? Y'all, we claim we such great fathers and great mothers and all this. World's best dad, world's best mother. This should be the baseline of what you should get, somewhere to lay your head. at least that nest to where I could take this and I could refinance or pull money out of this, and I don't have to pay. You know, I don't have to be in debt the rest of my life. I got at least a leg up.
Yep.
So I go, you know, that's my answer. Like, get in the game, at least the basics, the fundamentals. Like, we got to put that in our head, the mind frame of like, hey, this isn't a luxury. This is a necessity to actually just get in the ball game, because you're gonna get really left behind real soon. You know what I mean? It's coming to where it's going the gap. Ain't no in between. Ain't no more middle class.
Nah, it's getting wider.
Yeah. So you're gonna either be a renter or you're gonna be, you know, a homeowner, and there ain't gonna be no in between. And they're gonna make it harder and harder for you to get out there. You're gonna have to do something
No,
to get over here. You see what I'm saying? So let's switch it to a little bit. Let's change the angle. We talked about like what do you need to keep the house? What are some other things? I know Corey mentioned besides real estate, that we need to do to actually better the next generation. Like, you know, with I know estate planning, I know getting the real estate going. You said amongst other things. You want to elaborate on that a little bit?
Who said that?
Yeah, you said amongst other things. What are some of the other things that you could do to?
It's a lot of investments, a lot of different investments out there to where, you know what I'm saying, you can take and grow money over time and leave that to the next generation. It doesn't necessarily have to be just real estate. It could be, as B said earlier, it could be life insurance. It could be stocks. It could be mutual bonds. You know what I'm saying? It could be, you know, CDs. You know what I'm saying? It could be a whole bunch of stuff that you can actually leave to your actual, just to give them a better leg up once you're gone. At least, if bare minimum, be able to give them the money to actually give you a proper burial, not just a cremation and everybody just show up to the funeral house. You know what I'm saying? Nod their head and just keep it pushing.
Man, hold up.
Hey, I'm getting cremated, dog.
Don't burn. People don't want to be burned. Don't burn me.
Look! It's a
Cremate ain't. I would rather be cremated. It only costs like $5,000. Cremate me and do something else. You know what I'm saying?
But look, that's good though. But at least that's a choice. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, if you want to be cremated, leave that to your generation. Hey, I want to be cremated. Don't worry about burying me, whatever. But if you want to be buried and then you leave the next generation with nothing, you ain't got no choice.
Right.
That $100,000 casket that you wanted, you know what I'm saying? That's gone. You ain't getting that. Look, you'll be lucky to get a dozen roses. You know what I'm saying?
Solid
Like,
gold casket.
Right.
yeah.
Right. So, I mean, so what? Yeah, I'm leaving it open on the floor. Anybody else want to chime in? Like, what else?
Should get with an attorney and talk about getting a trust.
Right. That's
Because one thing you don't want the court in your business.
Right.
The court's still gonna get your business regardless whether you have a trust or a will. That's automatic. You still got to go through probate.
Right.
Not
Here in Texas.
necessarily.
Very necessarily.
I don't know about that, bro.
I know about that, bro. I'm in the middle of one right now. Yes, they still do it.
Yeah.
When you have a will, yeah. They want to make sure that it was
trust.
done properly and legally. That's all.
Yeah.
Right. You got to depend on what type of trust.
Yeah, because you got to be careful with it too. Because I believe if you try to put a house in a trust and you got a mortgage on it, the lender is not gonna like
You have
that.
to be aware of it.
Yeah.
Right. It got to be like an irrevocable trust, right?
Man, don't get me the line. That's why we need an expert on that.
For real.
And again, by no way we're insurance agents or anything like that. We're just talking as fathers and people that's having a conversation. So I'm not speaking as an insurance agent by any means. I'm not going into any products, but I would suggest that you do get with somebody as far as mortgage, life insurance, especially if you spending $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 on a house. Why not protect it? You know, you got the insurance in case, when or hell hit it. But whatever you kick the bucket, that's the whole thing about it. You know, and that's one thing for certain. You know,
Sure.
Win or hell is optional. That might not never happen, but for sure you're gonna kick that bucket. You know,
For sure.
so this is a matter of when.
Yep.
So
This is the other thing I would add to that too. You know what I'm saying? I think in and especially our culture, you know what I'm saying? I think we keep everything kind of close to the vest as far as privacy. I
Right.
think, you know what I'm saying, once you get to a point where you get everything set up, let the next generation know about what's going on. I mean, of course, you know what I'm saying, if they're old enough to know, what's happening. It was maybe, I don't know, maybe 5 or 10 years ago or so. You know what I'm saying? My dad sat us down, was like, hey, look, this is what we got going on. I got life insurance here, I got this, that, there, whatever the case may be. He let us know what was going on. So if something happens to him, we know exactly what to do. He's leaving it all to us. We don't have to figure out and try to drum through, because some people are a little bit more organized than others. If for the person that's not organized, they ain't gonna have a clue about what to do. They're hoping you left them something. They're hoping the insurance company contacts them if you kick the bucket.
Man.
But if you let the next generation know, you know what I'm saying, they understand and they already have the expectations for what they need to do.
Very true. That is very true.
That's
Is
very
that
true.
where to find the paperwork?
Yes. I
Very good.
have another cousin. They going through mama's stuff and under the bed and looking through all of these envelopes,
Flipping the
looking
mattress.
for the policy, looking for the policy and the policy number. Oh my
Mhm.
goodness.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
That's so
Look,
true about the policy. Trying to find the
my
policy and the
grandma.
policy number.
That's kind of what I want to touch on. That was the next thing I have. I don't want to dwell on it, but that gives it another twist. Let's talk about mind frame, because I'm taking this course, and that's one of the first thing they talked about as far as when you talking about with clients, like you want to make sure the mind frame is there. So mind frame as far as I don't know why this is, but I want to hear y'all example. I kind of know why. I got a hunch, but why is it that nobody reveals to, all right, this is this account number, this is the policy numbers. Why is it so private in our community?
You already know. You already know.
Look, the two things I attribute that to is embarrassment and judgment. You know what I'm saying? So either you embarrassed about how much you saved or didn't save, or you know what I'm saying, you feel like there's a you don't want people judging you for, you know what I'm saying, how much you actually have or whatever the case may be. Those are the two main reasons, I think.
Hey, or you balled out and you don't want them to know, and they may off you early.
Right. That's the other thing too.
We got to grow out of that, man. Come on, knock that out.
But it's a real concern. It's a real concern with people. But I mean, those are the two reasons I think, you know what I'm saying, people don't divulge information.
I mean, but as far as the policy, how would they know unless they go and look at the policy? If I got a card, all right, I'm gonna give you a card. Here go my policy numbers. It's to my daughter, to, you know what I'm saying, to my grandson or whatever, whoever, I ain't got no grandchildren, but give it to my daughter or whatever. How is she gonna go look up the policy and find out how much it's for?
I would think you would tell
them. They can try to find the policy in your paperwork.
Right.
I'm about to say they won't tell her unless you give authorization, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, but if you have a policy, the paperwork in your office, in your room, between the mattress or wherever, they can go try to find that.
I kick the bucket. Who cares?
Huh?
That's after I kick the bucket. Who cares?
Yeah, but then when Auntie is on the bed at the hospital and the doctor come in and say, we can do this or do that, or she might not make it. Oh well, I got $500,000 coming to me.
Okay, that's what it is. That's what it is.
So
we said they ain't gonna do everything we got to do because they trying to get money.
Hey, but that's real though. But if you do a legit estate plan, you take the power away from them, because you say you also give medical directives. So it's like, if I'm on life support, this how long I want to be on, and pull the plug after this amount of time. Like, and you can give a certain person power of attorney. That way, if it's somebody that can be emotionally stable during that time, then they can make the right decision. But you can put all that stuff in your estate plan, so somebody can't just say, "Hey, pull the plug, let's go and get this money."
But hey, I look at it like this, man. It's all on how you treat people. If you a POS and
point of sale.
Yeah, point. don't forget that it's all energy. You get out what you put in. So why would you expect anything less?
Yeah. And you know what? Parents know their kids too. I have people that they know which son or daughter is the responsible one and which one isn't.
Right.
At the same time, if there's not,
Wow.
there's your fault.
Wow.
Right. It's their fault anyway. Like I said,
Wow,
So,
man.
I mean,
No, because I've seen that where one sibling, they'll give certain power to that sibling than the other because
Yeah.
they knew.
right. Then I never understood, like I said, how they bicker over money. Because when my grandfather passed, my mom and them bickering over these little dollars. Like, man, y'all serious?
Money changes people, man.
I ain't get a dollar. I ain't get a
Man.
dollar out of there. Like, man, I'm the one who took care of him the last couple of years of his life, man. Shit, I pay bills in 2 households. I ain't get a dime out of this. I get that all to y'all. I ain't care about that little bread.
Well, man, the old saying that money changes people, it just money does is brings out who you are.
Yeah,
More so of
there
it.
you
So
go.
if you was if the parents were whomever, they bickering, they was always bickering before the money came about. You can realize that for yourself if you just pay attention to your family. You know who bickers too much, who complains too much, who doesn't really care, who say, all right, that's fine, we can just do it however you choose to.
Right.
So I was taking my notes here, B Dix. I was taking my notes. See that? Look at that. That is right there. See that? I was taking my notes, B Dix. I got to keep up with you, B Dix.
Not the yellow sticky pad, man. It's 2023. If you don't get you a tablet somewhere or something.
Yeah,
Man.
got it right there. B Dix. He started out with renting and then parenting and then getting in the game, the mindset and energy to change the energy. So
Right. Speaking
I'm
of
all over this thing, B Dix. As far as the renting situation and estate planning, from the old school, from my great grandparents, they believed in life insurance and having burial policies.
Mhm.
Their kids saw their parents do it and buy it, but when they became adults, they felt like I'm invincible, like we've already said, or I have time.
Mhm.
Like you mentioned earlier, Big Pokey passed away on the stage. He thought he probably had time if he didn't plan his estate. As parents, you can get caught up in this whirlwind of just trying to survive. Just trying to survive, man.
Right.
We come from a survivor's mentality, and we'd like to get on here and talk about how to change that mentality, how to keep from feeling like it's a survivor's mentality, especially when we live in one of the most plentiful countries in the world, where there's enough for everybody. You just got to figure out how to go and get it. But from where we come from, that's all we know. And until we learn how to do more, and it's getting better per generation, it's getting better to learn, okay, I want to do more than just survive. I want to start thriving. Renting is a component of surviving because you got to have a place to stay. You got to have a roof over your head. And the easiest way to do that is to rent. That's a part of surviving. Yes, owning a home becomes a part of the wealth because the only people who own homes were wealthy for centuries. The real estate comes from the monarchy who actually had the ability to buy and own it. That hasn't changed, and to this day, it still hasn't changed. There is only a select few who can own. The government can try.
I got a Hyman lemon you on this one, man. I got to poke you a little bit on this one.
What's up?
But I remember too. Don't forget that AC used to be a luxury item at one point as well. They used to advertise, "Hey, our stores are air conditioning." Those has changed. Every store is air conditioned now. So my point is that times have changed. It's like, a couple years ago we were redlined. Now they do it not tongue in cheek, but we still have more opportunity than we ever had. So we got to get out of yesterday's mind frame and put in today's game, and then excel at today's game while it's available. So. There's no excuses. I'm not saying that you saying excuses. I'm saying we gotta as our generation X, we gotta lead and turn the corner and get out of what our parents did, because what our parents did back then is no longer acceptable because they didn't have the opportunities we did.
Right. So with that being said, even though when we're getting out front as Generation X, showing the next generation behind us how home ownership is great and how it's beneficial. I remember, I think I like maybe 3 shows back, you talked about you in your 30s and you still acting like a teen because you prefer to go buy the nice car with the big rims. What we see every day is a component of what we believe we should have. We can't pull up to our houses and open up the door and say it's 300,000. We know it's worth that, but you can't show that on Instagram with the money on the phone, the money calling me, or you said you shitting on the stacks of solid gold toy like Matt Speech do. That's not the case. And if you're trying to get that generation to see different, it takes some different type of influence to say, well, look, yeah, they got a bunch of money, but that money is not what you really need. That money won't last. You know that, and we all know that. But for us, what we're doing here is to understand these things that we're trying to do. It takes one person at a time, one mind at a time. That's all it is. And you just hope our children understand that, hey, look, you just want to have a better life than what I had. And if I have a good life, your goal is to be better than mine.
Right.
And that's why I shout out for Derek Grace, the way he has his kids, man. They on point.
The guy with all the face tattoos.
Uh-huh.
I think he got a book and a board game out, doesn't he?
Yeah, he got a few books in the
Yeah, he got a lot of stuff. Yeah, he got a lot of stuff out.
Derek Grace is cool. Like I said, he does his thing, and like I said, he's not really a flashy dude anyway. He don't have the cars and all that stuff. He's
Man,
right
he got
around.
a jury. You ain't seen that man?
I seen him on the
They got
TI
a jury.
podcast. The dude had the Mr. T chain on, man.
Right.
But that's he instead of putting I understand what he does. Instead of putting the gold in the safe, he wears his gold. I get it, because gold is a safe investment. But I think
the idea of having it on you instead of having it, how many in
that is some our stuff, some you know what it is.
Yeah, I know what it is. So, but they see you B Dix on here working hard, grinding, putting loans together, going to your nice house. But instead of having your $180,000 chain, you got a $200,000 or $250,000 house. How can you compare with what Derek Grace is doing? You look well trimmed. Derek Grace got the face tattoos. The kids think, oh, that's how I do it. Get the face tattoo, get the big chain. I'm doing well.
Well, he's a master marketer. I get what he's doing. I can't knock him.
Yeah, I give him that. Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah, he's a master marketer because you got to meet people on the level where they at. I'm so far, I'm so out of the stratosphere. It's you see by the look at my number, look at Derek Grace numbers, no comparison. So he's a better marketer than me. He meets them where they're at with the gangbang and the gold chains and the guns. I'm not into that. My thing is hard work, no fun. Nobody want to hear that.
But the people we're talking about has seen him and they think that's the way.
Right.
So he's marketing gangbanging. Well, no, he's not marketing gangbanging. He used to be that, and he's turned his life around.
Right.
But yet it still looks like the same. I couldn't tell you if he wasn't still selling dope and busting people. I couldn't tell the difference.
Right. That's the point. It's like that's attractive if you're gonna see that's gonna get that attention. I'm not gonna get that attention because I talk without too much slang and I talk straight up and I can talk in any room and I'm not super flashy. So it's on deaf ear and I talk about hard work. They don't want to hear that. It's not sexy.
But if that's what so that means we have to, in order to help change, that means we got to go get me and CJ and Barry. Barry, you're going to get a skull tattoo. CJ, you're going to get the neck tattoo. I'm going to bite the bullet and get the cheek tattoo, dog. And we're going to be out there ready to rock. We're going to go online and get us a piece and chain. They ain't got to be real. So
Get that middle of the mall, boy.
And then we can reach them.
I got something. This is the thing. We have to start. If you want to take over the world, influence the world, you got to start it with your own family. You go for so you
True.
You start with your own family first. Make sure they understand, they're trained. Just like Corey said, make sure you have that conversation with them. Hey, I already had that conversation with my daughter. Hey, listen, when I kick the bucket, here go my stats. This is where all my stuff at with all my information. It's gonna be right there, blah blah blah. So if I kick the bucket, here you go. You look for it right there. And all my information, all the policies you're on is right there. So she got to come to my house to get it. The only way she's gonna come to my house is if I kick the bucket. So she ain't gonna steal it. You know what I mean? It's right there. I know we all know where it's at, but I'm showing her to have that responsibility. Then from there, you can influence your neighborhood. You know, be a great neighbor, you know, and show them an example on that. Then from there, with digital, with your digital footprint, you can influence the people that's like you, you know, from there, you know. But then hopefully you get so many of them that everybody start hopping on from there when you start winning. But I'm taking the long route because I just have certain principles that I can't do the clown stuff. You know, I'm loosening it up. I'm gonna flex a little bit. You know, it's coming. You know, I'm gonna flex a little bit, but this is not my thing. I'm not flashing because, you know, when I come up, you know, I rather have peace of mind. People don't know I have it than to have it to be watching my back all the time. All right,
Yep.
who trying to knock me over the head? So, but I got to get out there because that's what people. These young cats want to see it. You know, they want to see it. They want to see what you're talking about. They want to see. They want you to show them the success. Then they'll follow you. So with that, how that has to do with what we're talking about is that in order for them to do it better, they got to see it, and they got to become a cool thing.
So when we pull up to the nice house, and okay, I guess we're using the example of a say a 21 to 27-year-old.
Right.
Let's
say
if we use that example, and they pull up to any of our houses, you know what they're gonna see? Oh, it's a house.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna tell them, hey man, I own this house? So we're gonna come in and say, hey man, I own this house. How worth $330,000? What you got?
Right.
That's the culture they come from, is to cap about what you have and to brag about it. But that's not who we are. But we pull up to the big beautiful home. How can you convey that you can own something like this without acting like more than what it is?
I got a game plan. I don't want to put it out there, but I got a game plan. It's you go see what I'm talking about. But it's you can't really humble brag, but you got to just show it. What are we showing?
We're not, like I said, we're not. I told Barry B, he gonna get the head tattoo. CJ gonna get the neck tattoo. I'm gonna get the eyes. We all gonna have the piece and chains. We all gonna get the new J's. Well, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the retro J's. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big fan of the nines. What are you a big fan of, CJ, on the J's?
Shoot, I do the ones.
Okay, he gonna do the one. What you gonna do, Barry?
The threes.
See what I'm saying? So we gonna step out. We tatted up. We piece and chain. We got the fresh new J's. And then what? They're gonna listen to us. Say, man, go buy your house instead of going to go buy some J's like me.
No, what we gotta do is
that's what we gonna do.
Nah, what we gotta do is that let me put it to you like this. First of all, America loves a winner. America loves a winner, and when everybody else hop on the bandwagon, that's when everybody else start hopping on the bandwagon. So you gotta influence enough people in order for them to get the eyeballs on you. And the way I'm gonna do it, I could do it with my personality. I think it's slowly but surely, but I might have to flex a little bit. But you could do it with you could do it to where you show a little bit. I'm not flat broke, but I'm not extravagant either. You see what I'm saying? And then you'll feel where you're at. You're gonna have to pull up on something. You got to pull up in something. You're gonna have to, you're gonna have to.
Okay. So we pull up in the Benz. Barry pull up in the Range.
Right.
I think CJ a Porsche type cat, so he pull up in the Porsche truck.
What's up, Doc? It had to be a Pan. I don't even like the Panameras. That's the only thing I can fit in.
So is that what we gonna do? So we pull up in the whips.
Pull up
and
in the whip.
we talking to, hey, that's what we got to do. Y'all need to go buy a house because we got all this stuff. So y'all want to be like us because we got a house. We still got our tats. We still got our piece of chain. We still tatted up. And got our J's.
You ain't got to do tats and piece of chain. Don't forget. Look at Kevin Samuels, man. He didn't have tats and piece of chain. He was.
Kevin Samuels talked to our age group, dog. He wasn't talking to 22, 27-year-olds.
Nah. All the women he had was 22, 23 on that. He had some older women in his contract, but he was talking to the younger generation though too. But he was
young women. Yes, young women.
Yeah, but he talked to young men too.
Now he started with young men.
Yeah, so
he was talking about changing the black male image.
Yeah, but that's what he's suave. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I agree.
But, and that was a flex. Like, that boy had to. That's another thing. I gotta step up my game. I gotta figure out my. I ain't gonna tell too many.
What you gonna step up, B?
Huh?
You gonna come on with your suit on next, B? with your Henny.
I rock my suits. You know
You
what
gonna
I'm
come on
saying?
with the suit with your Henny knot
yeah.
top?
But I rock about fisherman shit too. I like
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, so but I'm gonna have my own swag. You know what I'm saying? I think I could do it. It's got to be luxury because I think we all, male and female, and cross cultures, not just our culture, are attracted to luxury. But it got to be luxury based.
Luxury real estate or just luxury items?
Luxury based, luxury lifestyle.
Oh yeah, that's simple.
Yeah, so that's the only way to go. I mean, and because people want to see it, what's the incentive?
But you know what? Here's the thing.
You see what
I saw a post. I saw a post. Somebody was talking. They said, "Have y'all noticed that Jay-Z doesn't? Jay-Z is wealthy, but don't look like he's wealthy."
Right.
So, what is you want us to look like we have something? That means we don't need the piece and chain, right?
Nah, that's gone.
We don't need the bins, right?
Nope.
Okay, so then if we don't need that, but yet those kids,
I would say the vehicle. You definitely gonna need the vehicle. Or vehicles.
Man, really? So I jump out the bins. Is that good enough?
I think they need to see the success or the
right.
that they have to see it, because if you driving anything or you don't have the name brand, how they know that you're successful or how they know that you got it?
You could be capping. You're like, man,
how do they know that that's what I want to try to be like?
But once again, wealthy doesn't show name brands. Real wealthy don't.
Right. That's kind of the swag.
They don't.
But
kind of swag I'm going off.
Like Warren Buffett. But people know that he got $1 billion.
Right. Exactly.
How do you know he got $1 billion though?
Because
what I'm gonna do,
if he just walked in the store and you didn't know who he was, would you know he had $1 billion?
I'll give y'all one example. I'm gonna do a skit like this. Watch somebody watching this gonna bite this. I already know this. Why they like to reveal stuff like this here. Behind me bringing it out, you got me revealing all my game plans and stuff like this. But I'm gonna do a skit like this. I'm gonna do a regular little one of them chains like you get with the dog tags on it, with the little silver chains. This plain thing that you get from 7-Eleven or something. But I'm full of keys. You know, just put key. All right. This is rental house number 1. Let's go to this one. All right, let's do rental house number 2. Let me open this one up. You know, this rental house number 3. Let's open this one up. Nothing but keys of houses I own. You know, instead of wearing a diamond chain, I'm gonna wear a dog tag with nothing but keys on my thing. Just walk around and then opening up my rental houses, my Airbnbs. You know, I'll do stuff like that. Whereas a flex is not a flex.
Are they gonna be gold or platinum?
Nah, it's gonna be regular keys. That's the point.
Are you gonna tell them what the keys are for, though? Right? They ain't.
No, yeah, I'm gonna go like, all right, man, boom. You know, yeah, y'all seeing these keys? Let's you know, everybody, boy, got $1 million worth of jewelry on the neck. I'm about to show y'all $1 million worth of real estate. Come on, let's go.
No, B-Dix, don't do that, man.
You ain't feeling that one?
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
You ain't feeling that, man? You got the keys around, man. I got
no, B-Dix. I'm gonna tell you right now, B-Dix, do not go out and do that. I think it's a funny idea, but do not go out there and pull a Rick Ross with a whole with a wife beater on with the key chain all the way down to your brother, man.
I'm talking about keys. I got nothing but keys on my neck, man. Boom.
That one big key to the mansion. Now don't do that, B-Dix.
Nah,
let's get a little more creative. Let's do some keys. If you're gonna do keys. That's cool. I think
keys.
But not real keys. Go get some made keys out of a precious metal.
Oh no. I'm talking about real. That's the point. Real keys that open up doors.
Not do anything.
Look at this.
Hey, y'all remember Trish from Naughty by Nature used to walk around with that lock on his neck?
Yeah.
Y'all remember Trish from Naughty by Nature used to walk around with that lock and chain on his neck?
Right.
Yeah.
Now we know he was supposed to represent for his boys that was on lock, right?
Right.
Now ain't nobody put that on but him, and he still look foolish to this day. That's why I can remember when I heard you talk about the keys, I'm like, no, B-Dix, I don't want you to be like Trent.
That's the point. Is I'm poking fun at it.
You got way better jokes than that, though.
Right, but I never seen nobody do that yet.
I haven't either. You're right. I agree with you on
I
that.
haven't seen anybody flex like that. Like, look, man,
You're
y'all,
right, no.
y'all got all this $1 million worth of jewelry on somebody snatch. I like to see somebody snatch these houses. Ain't nobody gonna steal his house.
That's
Boom.
true, though. But
You know, so,
by no means, or I would allow you to go get these damn keys put around your neck. I know you are too good of a man to do that, and I believe that.
right. I guarantee you about bet some money. I do this on a skit and it go viral. I guarantee you, boys gonna be walking in the club with keys around their neck at that point.
Yes, it will go viral because it's something different. 100%. That's the play. It's something different. Yes. I won't disagree with you on that, dog. But no,
it'll go viral, but ain't nobody following that trend. I'm sorry.
I think, man, boys would be in the club. Boys already was in the club. I don't know if you remember. This is back in the day. Boys in the club with the car keys around the neck.
I don't remember that.
with the one car.
I don't remember that either.
Nah, boys had like 2 car keys. Like they had. That's when the 5 first came out. They had the Jaguar 5. Then they had the Benz 5.
Okay, okay. College students used to do that because they used to give away the free little thing, the free keychain with the different company on there.
Yeah, they used
to hang around it. Yes, college kids do that, and they still do that to this day.
Right.
But I thought you was talking about like Queen Latifah used to wear a chain with a key on it, but it was gold. I remember that.
I'm talking about this has a bunch of goddamn keys. You know what I mean?
No B-Dicks.
Rental properties.
No
You know,
B-Dicks.
So everywhere you go, you have to explain that to whoever you go to.
That's just
it'll be a good conversational starter though. That's true.
Yeah, that's just
What you doing with all them keys on, man? What's that?
What's all these keys for?
They got a janitor or something, man. You know? Nah, these rental properties, man. These rental properties, landlords. You know what I'm saying? Landlord.
That was a good one, B-Dicks.
But stuff like that, man. I'm just having fun, man. I just want.
That was a good one, B-Dicks. That was a good one, man. I give you that one. That was a good one.
Yeah. So, but see, I watch somebody gonna steal his idea before I get the chance to do it.
Man, go ahead and do your key thing, man. I'm gonna support you 100%. Go and do your key thing, B-Dicks.
Right. I mean, man, I tell you that's flexing. That is flexing.
In your mind. In your mind, yes, that's flexing.
Is that not a harder flex?
No, that's not a hard flex, B-Dicks.
That's not a harder flex than wearing a $1 million worth of jewelry?
No.
Explain to me why not.
No. That's why I asked you, okay, B-Dicks, are these keys
you're gonna have to explain it.
That's the point.
You ain't flexing if you gotta explain it. If you're on the other side of the room, and somebody sees somebody with $1 million worth of keys or $1 million jewelry, which one is flexing?
Yeah, that one. That's the point. Is that the one that's twinkle, the shiny object ain't always what it seems. I can have this thing made out of nickel. I got 5 or 6 of these things made out of nickel that's worth more than what he got around his neck. That's all shiny.
But that's what I asked you, B-Dicks. Are you gonna get it made out of a precious metal? You like, nah, they're gonna be regular keys.
Whatever they
open up those. I'm like, yo, no.
Whatever they make it out of. That's the plain keys.
It ain't no flex if you can go to Home Depot and pay $2 and get as many keys as you want to. Ain't nobody showing up to the club with just $1 million worth of jewelry that they got at Home Depot. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't happen.
The point is that I'm showing you that this is a real key to the house. Boom, boom. I'm opening up the doors, man.
But dog, Corey just said you go to Home Depot and get
go to the house store, don't they?
Corey just said you go to Home Depot and get a bunch of keys. How we know they open up a house, man?
No, but that's the point. It got to be digitized. It got to be digital. So yeah, if I was just a bunch of keys, I see what you're saying. If it's just a bunch of keys, random keys, and they don't have no meaning behind it, it's not nothing there. That's not a flex.
Okay, you'll be flexing with. Okay, here's the thing, B-Dicks. You'll be flexing with us because we'll know exactly what it means. And we're like, damn, B-Dicks went did it. So he actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, okay, yeah, he did it. You'll be flexing with us. And does that flex really make a difference with us?
But now you got to put it in a digital format where they follow you. So I can make a minute skit. Boom. And man, I got the keys around the neck, man. Y'all, look at these cats, man. They got the jewelry, man. I appreciate the jewelry, but this is my jewelry right here. Let me show y'all. Boom, house 1, house 2. And I'm putting this on the screen. House 3, house 4. Open it up. Boom. Grand total, 2.1 million.
Hey, B Dixie, I'm saying you gotta let this go, man. I'm just saying now you gotta let this, because I'm just saying if it's a true flex, it doesn't have to be explained. You sit in the club with a bunch of keys around your neck, people will be like, why? Why are you doing that? If you pull up in a Range Rover to the club and you step out, it doesn't have to be explained. It's a flex. It's automatically a flex. But if you sitting in the club with all these keys around your neck, you know what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna be like, why? But that's after they take the video for you to go viral.
Right. Well, the video you gotta have the video. You gotta have the video for it. I'm not just gonna pop up at the club. First of all, I'm too old, man. I'm not going to no club, but you know what I'm saying?
Oh, B Dix, that was a good one, dog. That was a good one, man.
But you know, this is all entertainment. I'm just having fun, man. I'm just having fun. But I would do something like that, man. I would do, you know. I'm trying, you know, I would do something like that.
That was a good
God
one.
bless
Yeah. Flex on them boys. But that's what I mean. Humble flexes. Flexing to where it means, you know, I'm gonna put up these policies, man. See, when I kick the bucket, man, my daughter she about to be rich, man. She got $5 million on the line. Don't kill me. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, you know.
But I commend you because you're doing what you're supposed to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
You walking the walk, not just talking the talk.
right. That's what my point is. We got to make doing the right thing cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's what I mean. Like, you know, and I think our community, especially, it's dysfunctionality we make cool. And I think that's backwards. You know, we make clown stuff look cool. We make doing the opposite look cool. Nobody ever stepped up like, hey, you know, why not be productive? Why not be, you know, step in the game and play the game and instead of doing stupid stuff, do smart stuff and make it cool. You know, this is like Mr. Beast. I don't know if you heard of Mr. Beast, but he give away all his money. Let's do it on the ground. Let's do it on the ground while on the podcast. Mr. Beast give away all his money, but it's a tax write-off. He do these giveaways, and all it does is keeps perpetuating his views. Because more money you give away, the more views you're gonna get, and the more you get paid, so it's a circle. You know, so stuff like that with Mr. Beast. You know, you got to get to that point though.
True. That is true. That is a pretty cool idea though.
Right. So he's not doing anything foolish. I mean, they might think it's foolish with his money, but you know, but it's lightweight smart.
That's pretty smart. Yeah.
You know, so why everything we got to do be dumb? You know, we got to put Gorilla Glue in our head and, you know, do the tackleberry. In order to go viral. You know what I mean?
Not the tackleberry.
Yeah, remember, you know, they had the Gorilla Glue girl. She went viral because she glued her wig on with Gorilla Glue.
Right. I saw that.
She got a lifetime supply of Gorilla Glue. Out the deal. That's it.
How valuable is that?
Yeah.
But we do stupid stuff like that, man. Like, man, why not do the right thing? Let me say this. I wanted to say this before we get off, man, because it's about that time. Since I'm on my high horse. We brag about all this other stuff about how well we take care of these kids, how we, you know, such great parents, we're better than our parents and all that. Won't we take that energy and guide it to something that's bigger than yourself? You know what I'm saying? Why don't you take that energy and really be a good parent and do the right thing? Like have something left over. You can't spend it all. You know, what about, you know, it ain't just about you having fun and enjoying. YOLO. What about building something? You know what I'm saying? So we talk all this noise, but yet you renting till you know 60 years old. You talk all this noise, and you know how well you doing and all this stuff, and all the, you know, all your episodes and all that stuff. You know how I was great at, you know, at this venue, but where's your stocks? Where's the stuff that you're handing off? Where's the stuff that your kids going to inherit? You know, instead of a bunch of stories. Because your good times, I was talking to a friend of mine the other day. All he had to talk was about enjoying himself. All right, you enjoyed yourself. Now what? Now what? You know what I'm saying? You enjoyed yourself. Okay, cool. Albert Pike said this. He said, "What's done for others, what's done for yourself dies with yourself. What's done for others lasts forever." So I wanted to open that up, and what y'all have to say to that, man. I think we a lot of cap. And I think our energy misdirected. We competitive for the wrong reason. We want to compete to outflex one another and into dysfunction. But why not take that same energy and alchemize it to do better for your last name? So why not be a Rockefeller or be a Sanders or be a Carter?
Mhm.
Yeah, and it's kind of like what Hyman said, it's gonna be one at a time. It starts with us. It's pushed so much in media that that's all that a lot of people see. And like podcasts like this and others that are on the same wavelength, they don't get that same promotion. So it's like that uphill battle to
Right.
even get that message out.
Right. Anybody else want to chime in on that, man? Like you said, a lot of cap going on, man.
Yep.
I think, a lot of cap going on, man. We brag about what we bragging about.
Shit, even the cats you see on there with the cars and probably rented that joint for the weekend.
Right. Even if you do, you paying this note, you going into debt, you upside down, you didn't do private equity banking. Is that really smart? You enjoyed yourself. Okay. Cool, but you can't pass cars down unless you talk about supercars.
People are not thinking about the future. People are not thinking about the future. They're thinking about right now.
Yep.
Right.
What makes me feel good right now? What I can enjoy right now? Not 5, 10, 20, 30 generation down the road.
Yeah.
And
Just like
then-
the cats that spent buying the $1,000 steak.
Right.
You're
We
going to
still-
enjoy it for
yeah,
about
I
30
saw that.
minutes.
for the experience and stuff.
You're
But look
going to
at
enjoy it for about 30 minutes, and then it's coming right back out.
But that steak gonna stay with you for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But look at the word, look at the terminology. Enjoy. You only want to get the enjoyment out of this, After it's gone, after that sensation is gone, it's gone. You just spent all that money. You just worked that whole week for that salt-based steak. You know what I'm saying? And it's gone. And you could have took that money and flipped it or threw it into some stock for your kid. But you know what I mean? But we flex all the time on the wrong thing. I agree, man. It's an uphill battle. This is not sexy. You know what I mean? This is no fun. This is hard work, determination, the old stuff that used to get people going in the 50s and 60s. They ain't get people going no more. People want ease and enjoyment.
Yep.
Ease right up under that bridge.
Well, now they gonna just keep your head above water. Watching the air, so you just keep your head above water. You know what I'm saying? You breathing.
Hey, but with how the economy is going, that's gonna be even harder to do.
Right. You're gonna have to goddamn kick. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have to kick, man. Double time, man.
Yep.
In a minute.
Double time.
Huh?
I said, yeah, double time in a minute. You're right about that.
What is it? 6.3% inflation, and the national at its height it was 1.4. Just in the Biden years is like quadrupled. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's crazy, man. So inflation's killing us, and
Sure, y'all voted for him.
That's another show right there.
I'm definitely gonna get into politics because, like I said, you cut half of your audience off, man. So, I mean, last thoughts, man. What do we got to say to these young cats, these older cats, stuff like that, man? Let's go ahead and wrap it up.
Man, here we go. Let me get back to my notepad, B Dix. I put it back up there. So right now we are on. I didn't address getting in the game to get into what we're trying to do now. It does take a massive mindset change for the younger group to be willing to say, well, look, son, look, daughter, this is what the policy is that this is what you need to do. You have to be able to educate your children way past the point of teaching them how to say the ABCs and 1, 2, 3s and helping them with algebra when they get in high school. I try to talk to my children from in a headspace of an adult to an adult, and I know for a fact the relationship changes as they get older. And from an adult to an adult, it's about it. I'm in an advisory role, and when I advise, I try to show an example of that through my own life because my children still see me. I have 2 adult kids. You can only tell them so much, but you hope that you can tell them so much, and then they can see the example based on how we do things, whether it be the life insurance policy, whether it be purchasing your own home, living, traveling more, being able to be there for your family when they need you. Those are the things that kind of sit with us as we get older. And as long as we're showing that example, you just hope and pray that it seeps in at some point. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Barry, solutions.
Yeah.
You know, we solution
I
oriented.
mean, it's gonna come down to education. Like you said, you know, you have to educate the kid, your children, and this younger generation. They don't know. They haven't had somebody to show them. You know, you were talking about teaching them algebra, and I remember seeing a thing saying, "I'm 40-something years old, and I ain't never used Pythagorean theorem ever in my life." You know what I'm saying? You know, we teaching them that, but we're not teaching them how to build wealth, how to plan.
Not teaching them how to understand what your rate of return is on your cash.
Let me ask you this.
That's an everyday thing right there.
Let me ask you this. Before we can teach them wealth, don't we have to teach them discipline?
Discipline comes through example.
Right. But
You know what I'm saying? You have to show a person how to be disciplined.
right, you gotta show them. You know, so the thing about discipline is like we so fun oriented, we, you know, and then again, how I am, I'm unpopular because I don't take vacation. I don't think I've ever taken a vacation. You know, I think I took a vacation that was once when my daughter graduated from high school, and that was walked the stage and came right back. You know, so I'm just a workaholic. I mean, but I know it's not popular, it's not sexy, but it's just I think we need to play with a sense of urgency. Because, you know, first of all, you never know when you got to go. Then we already coming from down 21 points. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the refs are skewed. And we playing on the visitors' turf.
Man,
it's an away game.
No, the idea of you not even taking a vacation. How does your daughter know what you're working for?
She gonna taste the fruit when I kick the bucket.
Do you think the fruit would be sweeter if she could have tasted with you?
Maybe, but somebody got to do it. Somebody got to sacrifice.
You still can do it, B.
Yeah, that's the game plan. You see my post when I say billionaire by 50. That's my game plan. Now, once I get to that point and all that stuff start flowing out, then I have more free time. But don't forget, we wasn't born with silver spoons. We were born with rusty ones.
We was born with wooden spoons that we had to carve ourselves.
Right. So we wasn't born with anything. We had to come from behind, and we coming from not only it wasn't 11 on 11 or 5 on 5. It was 9 against 1 most of the time. You know what I'm saying? It was 21 against 1. Your own team going to go, damn. You know what I mean? Your own team trying to tackle you.
But that's interesting, B Dix, that you showed your daughter that you can go to work every day, all day, but yet does she get an opportunity to see how funny you are?
It's bigger than both of us.
You don't have grandkids yet to even say it's bigger than the both of you yet.
Right.
It's just you two.
Right. It's bigger than both of us.
Okay.
My life is bigger than both of us. Like I said, I'm on a mission.
I hear you though. I hear you.
Yeah. So it's bigger than all that. You know what I mean? So somebody got to come do it. Somebody got to lead.
I hear you though.
Don't get Farrakhan on 90, man.
Huh?
We still looking at Farrakhan 90 years old, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who's next? Killer Mike and all that? In fact, I need to listen to that Killer Mike album. I heard his jam.
Hey, the album go hard though.
God. Killer Mike.
Yeah, the album hit.
I'm about to check it out. You know what I mean? I'm about to check it out. In the new toy that I got, you know, that's another thing. Pull some other lot, but I ain't gonna
Yeah, you got a range that's still in your garage.
Yeah, still in the garage.
So that your humble flex, dog?
That's one of them. I'm gonna start flexing on, boys.
That's your humble flex, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna start
Hey,
flexing.
that's not an humble by no means. Pull out the big ring
with the glass ceiling, just
with the glass ceiling.
you know. But you know, man. But yeah, I mean, I gotta check them out. But nah, man, these cats are old, bro. Who gonna step up in our generation?
Yeah.
Never know. God always give us one.
You know, I think we all supposed to be one.
God gives us one.
All the G's is us.
That's that 5% coming out of him. That's that 5% coming out of him, y'all. Don't worry about it. He trying to be slick about it. Yeah, you ain't slick, homeboy.
The G's is us, man. You know.
Yeah, you ain't slick. I heard it.
You know, so play on words. But anybody else, man, like Corey Solutions, man. I gotta hear y'all last two, man, before we get up out of here.
Solutions. Well, first off, you know what I'm saying, I'd like to say out there is that it's 2023. We got to get rid of the yellow sticky pads. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna put that out there, man. You know what I'm saying? We no longer doing yellow sticky pads, you know what I'm saying? But look,
it works. If it works, why get rid of it?
But look, on a serious note, though, I think we have to be more selfless. I think we have to be more selfless and value the time, the commodity of time that we have for our loved ones. Outside of that, you know what I'm saying, I think everything kind of falls in line once you have that foundation. You know what I mean? So I think if you're thinking outside of yourself, you're thinking about the next generation from the perspective of not only spending time with them, but make sure that they're set up with not only a memory and a legacy for you, but also set up for life. I think a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, didn't necessarily have that leg up or whatever. And if our parents do, if we do have our parents, if our parents kick the bucket, you know what I'm saying, I don't know how many of us will have that leg up. But I think, you know what I'm saying, we've gone so long without actually following the success plan that works. It's never too late to start now. Right. That's all I got for you.
Yeah, so start the day, man. Start the day, and you never know when you got to go. CJ, then we're going to go ahead and wrap it up.
Yeah. All right, real quick, because I'm getting up out of here, but I read this book called The Scout Mindset, and it's talking about how you need to approach life open-minded, because if you go through life thinking you know everything, you got a certain belief, you're going to stick to it, and somebody presents you with facts opposite to that, you won't be open to receiving. So if you have a mindset where you're open to receiving new information that might change your thoughts and your mindset about a certain particular thing, it could change your life.
Ooh.
Right. And make it better. You know what I'm saying? Yep. I'm gonna
hit it like this here, man. Hit it like this here, man.
Right. But yeah, that's powerful, because like I said, until I got the ego out of the way, that's when I start growing, man. But
Lex Land painted tan. No, like ads like Jackie Tan, Orden Tybo, Hydro, just all you know. Rest in peace, Big Mo. Y'all don't know about that. Y'all want to be the Pokey. You talk about rest in peace, Big Pokey. I played the coldest line he ever said. Hey, y'all didn't bob your head. Nobody bobbed their heads.
We can't really hear it. Just,
I played the coldest line. You want to hear it again?
It sounded like you're playing off a cassette tape. I couldn't tell you.
Oh no.
That's about in line with the sticky pad. You right.
Walkman over
there. But yeah, man, rest in peace, Big Pokey, man.
That was the coldest line, man.
Y'all, we gonna see y'all next week, man. So the thing is, man, play every day like it's like it's your last, man. You know, every day is a battle and a blessing, man. So don't stop kicking the can, and let's get with us, one of our professionals, and get the first step out of the way, home ownership, man. So that's what we advocate. That's our lane, man. Stop playing around. This thing in life ain't a joke. This ain't a game. It's a game, but you got the game that is playing for keeps, not for fun. So that's the thing. So we're gonna see y'all next week, man. Peace.
All right.